Hey, this is Zaklog the Great. So, we need to talk about illegal immigration and rape. Now, contrary to what you might expect, I'm not going to talk right now about what illegal immigrants do to Americans once they arrive here. Mostly because not that many people seem to care about what happens to actual Americans. No, today I'm going to talk about a story I recently saw from the Huffington Post that 80% of illegal immigrant women and girls are raped on the way to the United States. The article doesn't mention boys because, boys don't really matter. Um, Now, I think you would be understating the case if you said, I don't especially trust the Huffington Post. I don't think they're necessarily that reliable. Um, but, for the sake of the argument, we can take this as valid. And even if they are off by a factor of 4, if 20% of illegal immigrant women and girls are raped on the way here, that's still horrifying. And that is still something that has to be addressed. Now, a very important part of this, something that you have to take into account to make sense of this story, is that they are raped on the way here. Okay, not arriving in America, not once they are inside of America. It is on the way here that these women and girls are getting raped. Uh, so, contrary to what you might have heard from feminists, those evil white males do not have a monopoly on rape. In fact, if you're worried about, you know, aggression or violent crime in general, white Christian men are probably statistically the safest people to be in the company of. Um, but as I said, these women and girls are raped on the way here. That means in Central America and Mexico is where this is taking place. There is literally nothing the United States can do about this. We have no influence, no power over the conditions in these places. We can't do this. We can't enforce the law, and we cannot protect them there. Okay. I mean, hypothetically, the United States could do something about this if we invaded these countries, took them over, and started actually enforcing real law in these places. I don't think a lot of people are on board for that program, although you could say there's some justification since some things that Mexico's incoming president said are provocations tantamount to declarations of war on the United States, um, encouraging, openly applauding people coming from his country to break our laws. That's Anyway, that's another subject. So as I said, we can't fix the problems in these countries. There's nothing we can do about this. But there is one thing. There is one thing the United States can do about this problem, that we can do to stop this these horrific circumstances. if, when illegal immigrants arrive at the southern border of the United States, when they get there, they see a big, a beautiful wall and a sign that says, "Todos ustedes deben regresar." If that is what they find when they get here, they will stop coming. It won't be immediate, and it won't be 100%. But by and large, if it is more difficult, as close as we can make it to impossible for them to get here, they will stop coming. If these illegal immigrants stop making this trip, if these women stop traveling through unfamiliar territory for the purposes of illegally entering our country, they will stop being raped on the way here. We can do something about this. We can stop a lot of this. Now, you could say that this is a cruel thing to do, and that for reasons I've not really been able to fathom, we owe them entrance to our country, and that this is a horrible and a mean-spirited thing to do. But sometimes you have to do things that initially appear harsh, that initially appear cruel, to ultimately have the best outcome. Actual benevolence doesn't always look nice on the surface, and there are a lot of cases where you can see that. Contrary-wise, those of you who are promoting illegal immigration and who are giving incentives to these people to come here, and who are telling them that when they come here they will be provided for and they will be protected from deportation, and if they can just make it to our southern border, that basically they get in free. Those of you who are taking that position, and those of you who are saying that, you are promoting this. You are contributing to this horrific, unending string of rapes. So, just a little something to think about. God be with you.